Hi guys, my name is Audrey and today I am here to talk about Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken, and boy oh boy, do I have some feelings to tell you. We're gonna get right into this before I lose my mind. But first, I want to brag about this cover. I know this has nothing to do with my review, but it's really pretty. Look at this. Look.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I love that purple with the ship. And guess what, you guys? This makes me really happy. My book is signed by Alexandra Bracken, and I love her writing, so this is like a blessing. I'm hoping to get my copy of Passenger signed when I'm at YALLWEST, but we'll see. If you have read Passenger, if you haven't, this is gonna be a spoiler, but if you read Passenger, you know that at the end, Etta and Nicholas were completely separated. Etta was orphaned by her time through time and space. The passage she was last in slammed shut behind her, trapping Nicholas, leaving her somewhere she had no idea where she was, and they were just so separated. This isn't as big of a problem for Nicholas, who knows how to navigate passages, but Etta has only known she's a time traveler for about a month? Maybe? So it's a little bit of an issue for her. Luckily, she is found by the Thorns, run by her father, Henry Hemlock, and with the help of Julian Ironwood, who was previously thought to be dead at the hands of Nicholas, she escapes and is on her way to go find Nicholas and the Astrolabe, which is the only thing known to the time traveler kind that can both create, destroy, and read passages. So it's very valuable and everyone is trying to get it. Nicholas, meanwhile, is traveling through time and space as quickly as he can, trying to find Etta with the help of Sophia Ironwood, which is quite the surprise because they absolutely cannot stand each other, and this girl named Lee Min, who somehow finds them by chance. I can't 100% remember how, but she does find them, and the three of them are working together to go find Etta and also find the Astrolabe. They are determined to destroy it, while Etta is determined to save it. So it's very complex, different things happening in this book, and it sounds really good, which is why I am so sad to say what I am going to say next. That I was not a fan of Wayfarer. It breaks my heart, but I promise we're gonna delve into why, and I have a good, justifiable reason. The first thing I want to talk about in Wayfarer is the writing, as I start all my reviews off with a writing discussion. And still, I love Alex's writing. Every aspect of it is so beautiful. I feel like I'm reading prose half the time, because all of her words just flow together very, very seamlessly. And it almost kind of does feel like you're reading some sort of huge, like, epic poem, because it's stunning. It's really, really gorgeous. So the writing is all still there, and the plot is all there. Everything sounds very interesting from beginning to end. It seems like it should keep you on your toes. And that is where we are going to deviate and start talking about some negative things, because while the plot is there and the writing is there, the pacing is so off in this book. The first 100 pages were absolutely phenomenal. I was so intrigued by the book already. I was so drawn back into the world, and I loved Passenger, so I was so excited to be back with Etta and Nicholas and Sophia. And the last 100 pages were just fantastic. All the action happened, the characters were all together again, and it was amazing. It was so good. But the 300 pages in the middle were so bad. And it makes me really sad to say that, because I really love Passenger and I just can't say the same for Wayfarer. The pacing was so off, and it breaks my heart because the plot seemed so intriguing, and it should have been, it really, really should have been, but something was lacking, and I think what it was is the fact that Etta and Nicholas were separated for nearly 500 pages of the book. The biggest draw for me personally in Passenger, while the story was amazing and the plot was amazing and the writing was stunning, was Etta and Nicholas's relationship. So them being separated for as long as they were made this book feel like a chore. Like, I felt obligated to read it because I wanted to read it, so I wanted to read it and like it so badly, but it just wasn't happening for me, and it makes me really, really sad. But that being said, there were a lot of huge pluses in this book. Etta was a little bit more selfish than she was in Passenger. She was definitely more about other people in Passenger, where she was more concerned with herself in Wayfarer, which I could stand by. I mean, she was stranded through time and space, and I understand the desire to fight for herself and figure out where she was at. But the problem was that Nicholas was very selfless in Wayfarer. So while he is doing everything he possibly can to find her again, she is more focused on the Astrolabe and spending time with her newly discovered father, which I understand as well, but still, it just felt kind of off kilter and off character for her to be acting like that. And maybe I am interpreting it completely incorrectly, but that is how I personally felt about her character. I still love her. She's still as stubborn and determined as ever. And again, I understand why she acted that way, but it just felt wrong to read about. Nicholas, on the other hand, I still really, really loved in this book. Even though he was going against the original plan to save the astrolabe rather than destroy it, because destroying it would have massive consequences to the timeline in general, I still loved him. I still love Nicholas. He's so perfectly gentlemanly, and even though he doesn't like Sophia, he still will respect her and treat her with the respect she knows she deserves, which is absolutely fantastic. He is literally the perfect young adult male hero. I really, really love Nicholas so much. He still felt very in character for me, and his chapters were my very favorite part of this book as a whole. I loved reading about his adventures with Sophia, who I also liked considerably more in Wayfarer than I did in Passenger. So they were a good duo. I really liked reading about them together. Julian was great. I really enjoyed reading about his adventures with Etta and trying to get the astrolabe and back to Nicholas. He clearly had a lot of hard feelings about what happened because everyone thought he was dead, but he's not. Julian was actually a great character, and I liked him a lot more than I expected to, which was fantastic. Etta's mom, Rose, was a bit of a struggle for me in this book because she seemed to make a lot of brash decisions, and everyone thought she was crazy, and honestly I was totally behind that. Spoiler alert, at the end you find out that she wasn't crazy and then you love her again. But for the vast majority of the book I had a huge time getting behind her decisions and Etta's desire to get back to her. I really liked Etta's dad, Henry. He was so pure and good, and he was the perfect example for what she needed in that time in the book. It fit. It made sense. It was good. I liked him. I liked him a lot. I wish he had been in it more than he was, actually, because I think he would have been my favorite character if he had been in it just a little bit more. Oh, I loved, okay, this is a total spoiler, but at the very end of the book, this is like my favorite part, was in the epilogue, when Etta was like making a life for herself because she thought everyone she loved was dead. It was pretty raw. She was pretty awesome in that part. But, she was playing a violin concert and she like looks over and she sees her mom sitting there, and I was like, Rose! And then she looks at the other end of the aisle and her dad is there, and I was like, Henry! And then she looks in the back and Nicholas was standing in the back, and I was like, Nicholas! And it was so good, and it made me so happy because that was what Passenger was all about, was the unity of the family, and that's just not what was happening in Wayfarer, and it makes me very upset. Now it is time for my favorite part of the review, final fangirl thoughts. Yay. Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, I have a lot of emotions, you guys. I'm so sad. Final fangirl thoughts are done. I feel like I got it out. My overall rating for Wayfarer has to be 3.5 stars because Passenger was really truly one of my very favorite books, and I will recommend it till the day I die, but I feel like I can't recommend Wayfarer along with it because I just didn't like it, and it makes me so sad. I liked it enough to give it more than 2 stars, which makes me happy because I hate giving books anything below 3 stars. I feel like they don't deserve it. So I'm glad I liked it enough to give it that. For those last 100 pages were just so good and interesting, and I wish if the whole book had been like that, this would have been a 5-star book, hands down, like without a doubt. And maybe I'll give Wayfarer another try once I've read Passenger again and I can just binge read the duology, but so I would recommend reading Passenger. I'm not 100% sure I would recommend reading Wayfarer unless Etta and Nicholas are very, very important to you. They were very, very important to me, so I shoved through Wayfarer as best I could in hopes of seeing them reunited, and they were, and it made me very happy. But yeah, so if you really liked them, definitely give Wayfarer a try. Maybe you'll like it better than me. I know a lot of people liked it a lot. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people were mediocre on it, but there are a lot of varying opinions on this book, so definitely check it out for yourself and see how you would like it. I do believe in forming your own opinions about books, so whether or not I liked it doesn't mean that you would absolutely hate it. You might love it a lot. I don't know. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big, huge thumbs up so that I know you liked it. It makes me happy to know you liked our videos. Comment below if you've read Wayfarer so we can give a quick chat about it. I would love to get more emotions out of my system because I'm sure there are some left hanging around in there. If you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe. The button is right next to my face over here. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so please share this with your friends if you think they would like us. Our last video is linked right over here, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And I think that's all I have to say. So, until next time, I'm Audrey, and keep on reading.